Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the world of digital forensics and privacy. We're going to be looking at a tool that has been making rounds in the cybersecurity community, the WhatsApp OSINT tool. If you've been following the channel, you know we love exploring GitHub repositories to see what developers are building. But before we get into the code and the capabilities, I need to make a very serious disclaimer. The content in this video is strictly for educational and defensive purposes. We explore these tools to understand the attacker mindset so that we can better protect ourselves. We do not condone doxing, stalking, or any form of unauthorized surveillance. Always act within the legal and ethical boundaries of your country. So let's set the stage. What is OSINT? It stands for Open Source Intelligence. It is the practice of collecting information from publicly available sources to analyze and generate intelligence. Usually, when we think of WhatsApp, we think of end-to-end encryption. We think our messages are locked in the vault, and for the most part, the content of your messages is secure. However, this tool, which you can see uses the Rapid API network in Python, isn't trying to read your messages. It's attacking the metadata. Metadata is the data about the data. It's not what you said, but who you are, when you are online, and what devices you're using. So let's break down exactly what this specific tool, available on GitHub, actually does. According to its documentation, it queries WhatsApp's public endpoints to retrieve data linked to a phone number. First, it grabs the profile photo. Now you might think, so what? It's just a picture. But in the world of OSINT, a clear face picture is gold. An attacker can download that image, run it through reverse image search engines, and instantly find your LinkedIn, your Facebook, or your company bio. Suddenly, they have your full name and workplace just from a phone number. Second, the tool checks strictly for business accounts. This is a feature often used by scammers to verify if a number is a legitimate target or a commercial entity. Third, and perhaps most invasive, is the user status and about info. People often leave their status as at the gym, traveling, or in a meeting. If this tool is monitoring a target, that public status update helps build a pattern of life profile. It tells a stranger your routine. The tool can even analyze links devices, giving hints about whether you are an Android or iPhone user, which opens up different avenues for targeted malware attacks. So why does a tool like this exist? In the hands of a white hat hacker or a security auditor, this is a recon tool. If a company hires me to test their security, I will run this against their employees' corporate numbers. If I can scrape all their photos and data, I write a report telling the company, hey, your team is leaking data that could be used for social engineering attacks. But in the hands of a bad actor, this is a toolkit for harassment. This brings us to the most important part of this video: defense. How do you stop a Python script like this from profiling you? The flaw isn't in WhatsApp's code. The flaw is usually in your settings. By default, WhatsApp is often set to share your data with everyone. This means anyone who saves your number can query your data. To defeat this tool, you need to open your WhatsApp right now. Go to Settings, then Privacy. Look at Profile Photo, About, and Status. Change these from Everyone to My Contacts, or even My Contacts Except if you have specific people you want to hide from. Once you make that switch, if someone runs this OSINT tool against your number, the script hits a wall. It will return nothing. You essentially become invisible to the scan. It is a powerful reminder that in the digital age, convenience often comes at the cost of privacy. Tools like WhatsApp OSINT are not necessarily evil. They are just leveraging the doors we leave open. I hope this deep dive gave you a better understanding of how metadata can be weaponized and how easy it is to lock it down. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. and subscribe for more cybersecurity insights. Stay safe, check your settings, and I'll see you in the next video.